How did the Bolsheviks use propaganda? Have you ever wondered how the Bolsheviks managed to rally support during such a tumultuous time in history? The answer lies in their clever use of propaganda. The Bolsheviks employed propaganda as a key strategy to mobilize the masses, communicate their ideas, and solidify their power during and after the Russian Revolution. They tailored their methods to reach a diverse population, many of whom could not read. At its core, Bolshevik propaganda relied on simple and memorable messages. Slogans like peace, land, and bread addressed the immediate concerns of the people. This slogan promised an end to World War I, land redistribution for peasants, and solutions to food shortages. Another famous slogan was "All power to the Soviets," which emphasized transferring political authority to workers' councils. This aligned with socialist principles and portrayed the Bolsheviks as champions of the working class. Visual propaganda was everywhere. Posters were strategically placed in public spaces like trains and factories. These posters often depicted heroic images of workers and peasants united under socialism, symbolized by the hammer and sickle. The images were designed to be striking and easy to understand, reinforcing the message of unity and collective struggle. Radio broadcasts complemented these visuals, reaching those who could not read. Bolshevik propaganda also included agitation, which involved stirring emotions and encouraging action among the working class. Agitators shared real-life stories of suffering, like families facing starvation, to highlight the injustices of capitalism. This approach aimed to awaken class consciousness and motivate support for Bolshevik policies. On a deeper level, propaganda was used to create a vision of a future socialist society and legitimize Bolshevik rule. They promoted ideas like socialism in one country and portrayed leaders like Vladimir Lenin as heroic figures. The Bolsheviks claimed to have established the most democratic constitution in the world, presenting their regime as a true expression of the people's will, despite the authoritarian nature of their rule. However, it is important to note that Bolshevik propaganda also served to suppress dissent. It often dehumanized perceived enemies of the revolution, such as the bourgeoisie and political opponents. This portrayal facilitated harsh measures like dekulakization and political purges, which contradicted the socialist ideals of equality and solidarity. Propaganda extended beyond politics into social and health campaigns. Soviet authorities used it to promote public health and hygiene, encouraging new social behaviors that aligned with building a socialist society. Workers' clubs and youth groups became venues for spreading messages about healthy living and collective responsibility. In essence, the Bolsheviks used propaganda as a multifaceted tool to educate, mobilize, and control the population. By combining simple slogans, powerful imagery, emotional agitation, and ideological narratives, they built support for socialism while enforcing conformity and suppressing opposition. This complex use of propaganda raises important questions about the balance between revolutionary goals and the principles of socialism.